How's it going, guys? GangstaPranksta are back with a brand new series. Today we are here with The Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, that Spider-Man game based on those two shitty movies. Well, just the first one. There is a sequel to this based around, you know, the equally shittier movie. Actually, I think the second one's a lot shittier than the first one, but whatever, I digress. Of course, at the end of Arkham Asylum, I tease I will be starting two new series. Both of them have to do with movies that are coming out this summer. And of course, the first one we did was Transformers Fall of Cybertron. If you haven't seen that, go check that out, of course, because Transformers Last Night has come out. And of course, you know, we have Spider-Man Homecoming. It actually already came out. I've seen it. We'll talk about it. So we're going to be starting a Spider-Man game. And I've had this for a while, and I debated, you know, when I should finally play it. And I was like, do I want to do it for Gangster Plays? Because I haven't heard many good things, but part of me wants to play through it. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it for this and play it for Homecoming. We'll talk. I just dropped my mic. Sorry about that. Talk about that in a second. Not about me dropping my mic, but about Homecoming. Did I crack my computer? Not my computer. It fell on my phone. I'm just so excited to be playing a fucking Spider-Man game, because I love Spider-Man. Probably one of my, it's definitely my top three heroes. I'd say Batman, Spider-Man, and X-Men. Those are my top three. This would probably be number two. I'd say Batman number one, Spider-Man number two, X-Men number three. Yeah, I'd say that's where my I don't know, Spider-Man could be number one some days. I don't know. Depends how much of a Spider-Man mood I'm in, or an X-Men mood I'm in.
Hey.
Hello, Gwen.
Thanks for coming with me, Pete.
It doesn't really look like Emma Stone. Actually, kind of does look like Emma Stone. We're doing a first-person perspective. We're at Oscorp.
That was not fun.
We're not sneaking. We're investigating. Weird things happen.
But I'm actually excited to play this. Like I said, it's based on the shitty movies. We'll probably talk about all the Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire ones, the Andrew Garfield ones, the Tom Holland ones, because I guess he's kind of been in two movies as Spider-Man, Civil War, and his own movie. So we'll talk about all those. Who's my personal favorite? But I know with this game, actually, that what's pretty interesting about it is, like, I know a couple of the villains that are in the game, Rhino and Scorpion being some of them. It kind of continues off from what the game was doing, where the Lizard was combining the genes of, like, creatures and humans. And there's a couple of creatures in this that, like I said, are animals and humanoids, like the Rhino and Scorpion. We'll see them, to be honest. I've played through this a little bit. This is actually my second time recording this. I've tried to record this last week. Fucking game crashed, or my computer crashed, and I lost all the footage. It was only 40 minutes. I'll let you guys know where I played up to. I think I fought this. No, I fought something like that, but way bigger. We'll get to that soon enough. But yeah, I was gonna try and play it off, but I kind of gotta admit it. I played a little bit, man. I did. There's a Rhino right there. Look at that. Half man, half Rhino.
Proof they're continuing Connor's work.
Look at that. Oh man, I've got to admit that's so much better than the Rhino that they did in Amazing Spider-Man 2. That stupid mech suit thing. Oh my god. How's it going, Spider Slayer?
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Smythe.
Hey, you kids are in big trouble. What are you doing here?
Fuck you.
Okay. They're with me.
I'm Spider-Man.
You know you're not supposed to be here after hours.
Alistair
Especially with
Smith.
a guest.
Dr. Smythe, I am so
my
sorry. This is my friend, Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. I've heard about you.
That's good.
I'm hearing a lot about you tonight.
So, why are you here?
I'm totally to blame, Doc.
I don't remember what we're talking about.
I'm amazed.
I don't remember what we're talking about. Fuck it. We'll just listen to some of the commentary, because when I first played this, I talked so much I didn't know what the fuck these people were talking about. So I'm just gonna kind of listen right now.
Funny finding you here now as I waste my time trying to dispose of these cross species.
So this is a cross species? You promised me that all of Connor's work was over. How many more do we keep here?
I told you the truth.
Scorpion Man.
Experiments have stopped, just not as early as I'd hoped. No more humans turning into animals.
Speaking of
like
Scorpion,
ours. But what you see here
that's kind of a
is what
spoiler.
happens when an
He's
animal
in
gets a nice dose
Homecoming.
of human DNA.
He's not in Homecoming, but Matt Gargan is.
I trust
And
you'll
he's
keep
got a
everything you
scorpion
see in
tattoo on his
strictest
neck.
confidence.
It's not. It's. I wouldn't say it's a spoiler. It's kind of like an Easter egg, you know. That he's in there. There's actually a bunch of villains in Homecoming. I mean, you've got Vulture, and then you got.
Another one of these.
We'll save it for later. We'll save it for later.
Crazy. The lizard
I don't want to
destroyed
spoil
the
too
city.
much.
What rational mind would continue to create these things?
What's down there?
Changing the ethics of a large corporation.
See that red
takes
thing?
time.
Actually, I think it's
Some
just like a
scientists
barrier,
argue
but
that these pathetic creatures have some benefit.
kind of looks
They
weird.
lost that argument. As of tonight, these
Here's some rat
cross-species
thing. I don't know who
disappeared.
this is.
We're shipping them to our biolab for safe disposal.
Well, at first I thought it was
Out of
Morbius,
sight, out of mind.
but it's not Morbius.
Has this thing eaten today?
It always looks like that. They went
It always looks angry and pissed off and hungry.
Species
Hello,
in this
rat.
room are incredibly dangerous, highly contagious. Hence the containment units.
Hey, where'd he go? Come on out, little fella.
Why would you bang on the glass of something that looks
Any
like that?
direct contact with it leads to infection. Infection leads to death. Or becoming a cross-species yourself. I
Oh,
want to keep you human, Parker. Let's keep moving.
Is there a cure?
Well, for these things, no. They were never human to begin with. They were born in a petri dish. For the poor humans it infects.
what is down
unfortunately
here? I
not.
want to see.
Attempts to develop an antidote have been
I don't think it's
unsuccessful.
anything, but it
I
just
know
catches
it's
my eye,
cruel,
this
but you
thing
have to
down here.
understand, that thing
Like,
is
what is
pure
that?
vermin.
It's a guy down there, right?
Creatures like this brought Europe to its knees with the
I was
plague.
looking at something. Hey, little rat creature.
Wow. I don't think he likes me.
That's strange. It only reacts like that when it's around other... I mean,
Other cross
handsome
species?
guys
What's
like
down
me?
there? There's something in that containment
Like
thing. I want to
robots,
see what it
biological
is.
Creatures are unpredictable. I much prefer things.
Oh, here we get a better look.
Unpredictable.
What the fuck is that? It looks like an alien. I didn't see that on my first go around.
This has to be
There's
the
another
strangest
lizard
office tour I've
creature.
ever been on.
Don't worry.
Oh, that's Scorpion right
Our
there. I
next
totally
stop is the
forgot.
nanobot
He's
lab.
right in front of us.
Once you see it, you won't want to leave.
Excuse me, Dr. Smythe. I need someone with special clearance to help me take this down to B sector.
Let's get a good look at Scorpion. Scorpion's probably one of my favorite villains.
Maybe it's a good thing
Spider-Man's one of those
deal with some of this
characters that just has like an awesome
Punishment
rogues
for
gallery of
trespassing.
villains.
Go with him.
Batman's got a good set of villains.
Doctor, I think I'll
X-Men's got a good set of villains too, and Spider-Man's up there too. You know, you got fucking Kraven, Doc Ock, Venom, Carnage, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Electro, Shocker, Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion,
Sure, Dr.
fucking
Smythe.
Chameleon,
Come on, Pete.
Kraven, Jackal.
Likewise.
Just so many fucking great villains,
Is that...
and
Are you kidding me?
I love them all. I love all his villains. Mysterio, how could I forget Mysterio, dude? I hope he's the next villain. I hope they do two things: Kraven or Mysterio for Homecoming 2,
I didn't
or
do
whatever it's
anything.
called.
Peter, I think it senses your blood. It knows.
It's clearly reacting to something. I've never.
So all these animals are getting freaked. Well, all these creatures are getting freaked out because they can sense that I'm a cross species,
I can help.
and for some reason it makes them mad.
It's breaking out.
You know, part of me kind of wishes they continued the Amazing Spider-Man series with this cross human animal species thing, because it would have been a great setup. Because, well, they kind of went off the rails in the second one, but first one you've got a lizard. Second one you could have, you know, like a scorpion and rhino. Like, these could have been the villains of the second one, but they end up going with like Electro and Green Goblin and a bunch of other shit I don't even remember. It was a fucking shit movie. I try and forget those movies. Yeah, that would have been interesting. And then maybe in the third movie, bring in Kraven and fucking
Look at me.
Kraven can like hunt them and shit, and it'd be interesting. I just want to see Kraven in a movie. I just bet Gwen. Bye, Gwen. You're now infected, and we're fucking Spider-Man. No, that's Wonder Woman, right? I don't even know what the fuck I'm singing. It just popped in my head. Oh, and here's this fucking dumbass thing. Web Rush. We're gonna be doing that a lot. I don't know what it is, but it's like this new feature in this game. This game is actually made by the people that made Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions and the game they did after that, which I don't remember. But I remember it had Anti-Venom. I've always wanted to play it. I think I have it. Maybe I sold it. I don't know. I had it at one point. I never fucking played it. Actually, I did play it once. I just never played it again. Shattered Dimensions is one of my favorite Spider-Man games. I fucking love that game. You could play as Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir, Ultimate Spider-Man, regular Spider-Man. Like, it was just fucking sick. I loved it. Here we get to finally swing, my dear. And it was just a solid game. It had so many cool villains in it. You had like Doc Ock, Hobgoblin, Electro, Deadpool was in the game. Who else was in the game? There's so many fucking people. Kraven was in the game. It was just awesome. I highly recommend Shattered Dimensions. I thought about doing a playthrough of it once. I think I started and then I ended up scrapping it. I don't remember why, but I know at one point I did try and record it. No, I did record it. I did it for my series, my old series on my channel called fucking Underrated and Underplayed. And that was a game I had. Shit, did I upload it? I think I uploaded it. I don't even remember at this point. It was so fucking long ago. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go, but web rush to quickly reach. I don't know where she is. Is she up here? There she is. I don't remember if I ended up doing it. I think I want to say I did, but yeah, it was fucking awesome. It was a series called Underrated and Underplayed. It kind of evolved into Gangster Plays, where I just play like just fucking. Well, actually, not really, because fucking Gangster or Underrated and Underplays, which was my old series, I would show games that I thought didn't get a lot of love, and kind of that was the whole series, like Underrated and Underplayed, the games that I thought were kind of underloved and appreciated, and I just kind of want to show them some special love. I remember I did like Renegade Ops and what else did I do? Mod Nation Racers. I did a few episodes, Mushroom Wars, just games that I really enjoyed, and I either did it or wanted to do an episode of Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, and yeah, I thought that game was kind of underrated and underplayed. Shit, I really enjoyed that game. I thought it was one of the better Spider-Man games to come out. Actually, Spider-Man's got a good amount of games. Like, compared to, like, other heroes, like, you look at all the Spider-Man games, you look at all the Batman games, Spider-Man's got some pretty good ones, honestly. Spider-Man on PS1 is a fucking classic game. There was a second one for that. I don't believe I ever played it, and if I did, it was very minimal, but I remember playing the shit out of the first one. Loved Spider-Man on PS1. Great fucking game. The Spider-Man movie tie-in games for the Tobey Maguire movies were fucking good. First one was good. A lot of people loved the second one. They herald that as like one of the best Spider-Man slash just fucking superhero games ever. And it's good. I just watched like an honest game trailers for it. Like, oh, it actually wasn't that good from what you remember. But I remember really enjoying it. I remember really enjoying the first one too. Vulture was actually a villain in the first one, the Tobey Maguire video game, movie game, and I remember fighting him around this clock tower. It's super fucking annoying. But another awesome Spider-Man game, like I said, Shattered Dimensions. One that doesn't get talked about a lot, Web of Shadows. Or not, I'm sorry, not Web of Shadows. That's another Spider-Man game, but not the one I'm thinking of. Ultimate Spider-Man on PS2. I really fucking enjoyed that game, dude. I thought it was awesome. You got an open world. the comic book style I fucking loved.
I need to get the others before this really
You got
gets
an
out of hand.
awesome group of villains. You got Venom
Out of hand.
was in the game.
Dr.
Rhino
Smythe
was
will
in the
have some
game.
answers. Find him.
I'll try, but Gwen, I
Fuck,
have to
who else
ask
was in the game? You had appearances from like other people. Like I think Wolverine's in the game. Human Torch.
It's not going to be
It was just really good. I never beat it, but I remember always really
You
enjoying
remember
it.
what
I think
happened to
Electro's in that
Connors?
game
This
too.
only leads to one thing.
But yeah, Spider-Man's just got some fucking great games compared to everything else. I've heard this first game is pretty dog shit. The Amazing Spider-Man movie game is pretty dog shit, but I've heard the second one is pretty good. And I own that too. We might play that after I beat the first one. But I know in the second one, Carnage is in that,
Even if they are,
Black Cat,
there's still a risk that the virus will spread.
Kingpin.
Gwen, stay calm.
Like, it's got some really
Not gonna
cool
let
villains
anything
in
happen
it, so I'm
to you,
pretty
okay?
excited. And then you got the new Spider-Man game
figure
coming
it out.
out very soon.
I'll
The
find Dr. Smythe and
Insomniac
the
one,
others.
it's just called Spider-Man. It's coming on PS4 exclusively, I believe.
Take the Oscorp
And
tape.
that E3 fucking trailer, gameplay trailer thing. Oh my god, just jizz in my pants. Looks so fucking good.
Get back as soon as I can.
You got fucking Kingpin in the game. You got Mr. Negative, which is pretty cool because he's not one of the more known villains. He's kind of on the newer side, and I like it. I'm pretty excited. Hopefully they put in some good villains in there.